Hi, everyone. We'll just wait for a few more minutes. I think there are still people who's joining. Can all of you hear me? If you can just give me a thumbs up, or you can just say hi in the chat below. Hi, Cameron. Hi, Tamara. Thank you for joining the StarNgage webinar session. Hi, Rainy. Please feel free to use the chat function here to interact with me. Yeah? Thank you. Okay, there are more people coming in. Hi, Monica. How are you? Hi, Nicholas. And please, everyone can also interact with each other here using the chat function. Oh, hi, Bill. We've got some familiar faces here tonight. All right, I think let's get started. All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Depending on which part of the world you are from. All right, I'm Joel. I'm based in Singapore. So it is about 9 p.m. for us here in Singapore. Any friends from the Europe? Any friends from Asia? You can always say hi here. Okay. All right. Thank you everyone for joining tonight's webinar. Oh, hi. Tamara is from Europe, and it should be around afternoon time right now. Hi, Cameron. Oh, you're in UK. All right. It's great to have friends here with us today from our part of the world. Okay. Right. So thank you for joining us today. My name is Joel. I'm from the customer success team of StarNgage influencer platform. Okay. And tonight's webinar, I hope that all of you will be able to get some insights and, of course, find out what are the better ways that you can and ways and tools that you can use on StarNgage to help you speed up your influencer campaign and management. Okay. All right. So let me get started. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Let me know if you're not able to see. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I hope that everyone can see my screen right now. Okay. Just give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. All right. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to go through a few slides as an introduction. Okay. So as mentioned, today's webinar is about StarNgage Pro and how do you improve your productivity, particularly productivity for influencer marketing with the StarNgage Pro influencer platform. And a quick introduction of myself. My name is Joel. I'm based in our Singapore office. I'm also in charge of business development for the StarNgage platform. Okay, we still got a few minutes. We've got friends coming in. Hi, Tony and Rachel. Nice to see you. Okay. And for today's agenda, we're going to have basically 3 simple agenda for today's 1-hour session. Okay, I'm going to try to keep within the time so that we can have some time for Q&A. Yeah. So the first objective, of course, is to help to how to look for influencers using the StarNgage Pro platform. How do you manage influencers? And finally, campaign management. And before we start, I think I would really love to know a little bit more about all of you tonight, okay? And since I've done my own introduction, can all of you please help me to scan the QR code here, as you can see in the screen, all right? This is actually a very, very simple exercise. I'm sure, some of you may have heard of this app called the Mentimeter. There's no need to download any apps here, okay? Simply just use a phone and help me scan the QR code and tell me whether are you a brand, are you an agency, are you a creator, or are you an individual? Or we do see some answers coming in. We've got agency, we've got brands, we've got creator. Oh, wow, we've got a creator in the house. Nice. Thank you so much for all your participation. We just wait for a few minutes. Okay. Let's keep the momentum going. All right, so we've got about 4 friends here who are from brands, and from agency, we have another 4. Just wait for another 30 seconds for you guys to kind of like scan the QR code and put in your answers. It's not an answer, it's just a voting. Okay. I'm going to go to the next slide. Okay. And what industry do you represent? All right. If you're a brand, let me know whether you're from beauty or you could be from education. And if you're an agency, you can always type in multiple answers. All right, let me know what are the different brands or industry that you're helping your clients on. Okay, please feel free, so that I think it's a good chance for us to also know each other, and for me to kind of like fine tune my pitch a little bit later, to fine tune. Oh, we've got friends from food supplements, right? Digital marketing agency, welcome. And I hope that tonight you'll find the StarNgage Pro platform useful for you. We've got marketing and VR. Okay, great. Any others? Beauty. Beauty will, oh wow, we got friends from longevity. FMCG hair care. Okay. Longevity is an interesting industry, isn't it? Anti-aging. Okay. Tech. Very nice. Okay. And beauty is definitely one of the most commonly used, one industry that uses influencer marketing quite a lot, in fact. And likewise for food supplements as well. We've got friends from gaming. Very nice. Oh, it's still, the answers are still coming in. Okay. F&B manufacturing. Right. I think all of you here will find that influencer marketing is quite an integral part of your marketing campaign. All right. And I hope that tonight you'll find some good tips that you can implement internally or also suggest to your clients. Okay. Very nice. All right. And just one or two more slides. Let me know what is your biggest challenge when you're running influencer campaign. All right. I've listed a few possible answers here. I'm sure there are more, and you can always share with us in your chat, in the Zoom chat as well. So the first one is shortlisting of suitable influencers. I think we get that all the time. And also, what about communication with influencers? Oh, we've got one on how to be more cost effective in executing KOL campaigns. Yep. I think that I also agree that managing KOL submission is quite a big headache. Okay, we've got quite a few entries on being more cost effective in executing KOL campaigns. Okay, tracking performance is definitely one important thing that we need to do, especially in terms of like the analytics and performance of the campaign. All right. Thank you for all your sharing. I think we got a pretty good idea of what are some of the challenges. And last but not least, before we start the session proper, tell me, what do you expect from my influencer platform? Okay. Yes, user-friendly. That's definitely important. Efficiency, yes. Find affordable KOL, okay. Cost-effective. Accurate data, ease of management. All right. Thank you so much for all your active participation. We still got friends coming in, okay. All right. Approval process of KOL indeed is very important. Efficient digital solutions, analytics. All right. Thank you so much for your active participation tonight. All right, we're going to start the session proper. We still got a few friends coming in here. All right. So basically, those who just joined the session, we're just running a few Mentimeter survey questions, and we are at the slide that, what are you guys expecting from an influencer platform? And these are very, very valid challenges that we hope to resolve in our daily work when we are running influencer campaign. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to dive right into StarNgage Pro platform to address some of the challenges that you guys are facing. All right. And right now, I'm going to put on this screen to show you what is tonight's sharing objective. I think the first thing that we want to achieve tonight is how do we use AI to shortlist influencer using the StarNgage Pro platform quickly and definitely accurately. All right, how do you use the StarNgage platform to manage your day-to-day communications with influencers? And thirdly, how do we keep track of influencer performance? And last but not least, there's a very interesting concept of launching your own ambassador program. All right. This will find that it may help you with being cost effective. Okay. Right. So let's proceed with the demonstration. The next slide, basically, I'm going to put up a Q&A slide. Feel free to put in any questions. I'm going to leave this slide on. And you can just continue putting in any questions you may have. Okay, we can always check back later. All right. So I hope all of you can see the screen transition to the StarNgage Pro platform. Okay, let me know you're not able to see. So welcome to the demo session right now of StarNgage Pro. This is the home screen that you can see 3 key functions. All right. On the left functions, you can see find influencers. Okay, we actually have access to over 6 million influencers across the key platforms on Instagram, YouTube, and even TikTok. All right, and in the middle, we have a function called the listing. I'm going to go through each functions one by one, so don't worry about it. And last but not least, campaign management. So let's dive straight into influencer discovery. On the left side, you can see that there is this function called creator discovery. All right. So I just now, we have asked which industry some of you are actually from, right? Tonight, I'm actually kind of like prepared a little bit about sharing with everyone here. I've picked out one industry that I find that it'd be quite interesting to share. It happens to be actually beauty. All right. So let me share some tips about how do we find beauty influencers, in particularly, for example, in the region of Singapore, where we actually in. All right. So once we click on creator discovery, you can see that the StarNgage Pro platform actually provides a few layers of filtering. All right. On the left, you can select the platform. Okay. You can select all, or Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. I'm going to try selecting all for now. All right. And you can also select by region. Let's try all. And let me do a quick search just to show you guys here how many influencers we actually do have access to. Okay. The moment when I select all platform and all location, right at the bottom, you can see that we actually have access to over 7 million influencers worldwide. All right. And you can see the topic. Okay. Over here, you can select by different genre of topic of interest of the influencer. Okay. And of course, you will realize this. What is this? You will realize it's called email availability. The moment I select available, and let's try to do a search again. All right. The StarNgage platform actually do have access to over 1 million influencers that actually have email availability on the platform itself. Okay. And just now I mentioned, right, how do we try to find influencers in the beauty industry in Singapore? I'm going to show you a very quick and easy way, and not just that, a very quick, easy, and accurate way that you are able to find influencers. All right. So because today's topic is really about efficiency. Okay. One of the most accurate way to find influencers is actually looking out for keywords in their bio. What do we mean by bio? Okay, I've picked out a few influencers that actually falls within the category of beauty and lifestyle. Okay, so I'm going to show them to you right now. This is one great example here. Okay, so as you can see, she's a lifestyle influencer that's based in Singapore, and she produces different kind of contents that's revolving food, beauty, even cooking. So when I mean by influencer bio, I'm referring to this portion. All right. And she has put up certain few keywords here. All right. Home cook, lifestyle, digital creator, food, fitness, travel. Okay. Let's look at another influencer. And you can also notice that these influencers do have a certain pattern. All right. They'll put in certain keywords like food, lifestyle, travel. And what about this lady here? She put in beauty, blogger, influencer. Okay, so these are what we call the user bio data that the influencers has keyed in. And the reason of putting this information or keywords in the user bio is for us as an agency to easily find them. All right, let's show you how we can do that using the StarNgage Pro platform. Okay, coming back to this platform again. All right. I'm going to use this function. It says bio keywords. Okay. I'm going to type keywords such as skincare, beauty, lifestyle, or even fitness. And let's do a quick search. Okay. Right now, if you notice, right, there's over 73,000 results. That's because I haven't selected the location as Singapore. Okay, let's try and select Singapore again and do another round of search. All right, we actually have over 300 results of influencer that has the keywords that contains these keywords in their user bio: skincare, beauty, lifestyle, and not forgetting, let's add in the keyword creator, and let's see what happens. Did the number grow up or not? Okay, and the keyword content. Let's click search again. Currently, it's at 352. And look, it has jumped up to 494. All right. So the keyword, the bio keyword search tool is actually a very, very useful function to help you quickly find out influencers who are producing content for a certain category. All right. So right now we have over close to 500 results. And of course, we have got influencers who are at a very macro or even celebrity level. All right. Perhaps we are just a brand who's starting out, and we're looking at nano or possibly just somewhere around macro influencers, and we want to set a limit, a cap in terms of their follower count. We can easily do it here as well. So what we do here, just look at the follower count upper ceiling. Okay, let's set the upper limit to 100,000. And I think it's fair to look at engagement rate above 3%. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so we have about 164 results, which is not too bad at all, right? With influencers that the StarNgage platform actually has access to, that falls within the Singapore geography and within a beauty and possibly lifestyle and fitness category. All right, what you can do next, of course, is to look at each of them. All right, let's take, for example, let's look at this lady here. Okay, Ruby. Okay, very simple. To look at a little bit more details about this influencers, just click on the username and you can see the additional statistics will be shown, as well as some of her recent posts. Okay, you can see that she should based on look in Singapore. All right, her engagement rate is actually above 3%. Okay, all right, some of the audience brand affinity. And as we scroll downwards, you can see her follower growth trends. All right. This is good to actually kind of like assess whether the follower count is it growing at an organic speed. Okay. And of course, some of the past content that she has produced. All right. As a brand, you know, it's always advisable to importantly look at some of the past content she has produced to see if they are aligned with your brand guidelines. Okay. So as you scroll around, of course, there are more to see. When eventually you can also click on her IG profile itself to see more information. Okay. So let's take, for example, that you find that Ruby is indeed someone that is really suitable for your brand. All right. And you would like to add her to a shortlist. Okay. The function is actually easily available here. The shortlist, what I mean is basically let's bookmark Ruby and and let's put her at the side for now. Okay, I've created a list that is called demo SG skincare. Okay, let's add Ruby to this list. Okay, and assuming that we have added a few more other influencers to this list, and where can we find this list? All right, it's actually available on the left side under creator list. Okay, prior to this session, I've actually added a few more influencers to this list, and they're all available right here. Okay, so all the influencers you have added will be available here. And naturally, prior to during our search process, we actually selected influencers that actually have their email data on the platform. That is why you're able to see all of these influencers here actually do have their email data. Okay, so I've kind of like shown you guys how can we search for influencer using bio keyword, which is extremely fast and accurate way of looking for influencers. All right, you may be wondering, Joel, I don't think that is good enough. All right, because you say that, hey, based on the selection criteria that we selected, you only have about 100 over influencers on your platform. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna show you another amazing tool that is kind of the way proprietary to our platform. All right, it's developed in-house. It's what we call the hashtag tracker tool. Okay, it is available on the left function board here. So, let's just click on hashtag tracker. And what do I mean by hashtag tracker? Okay, as the name suggests, we are able to actually track influencers based on their hashtag. Okay, so in Singapore, in the context of Singapore, all right, the best way to kind of like find out what are the most relevant hashtag for you is simply to try out the search function on the left of your Instagram account. All right, so as you can see, I've put in a few hashtag. So I've tried to search for SG beauty blogger. Okay, let's see what is the number of posts for under the hashtag of SG beauty blogger. Okay, there's actually about 93,000 posts. So you can know, you'll be able to know that this is actually a very popular hashtag that a lot of beauty influencers actually use. All right. Okay, so you know that this is actually a possible hashtag that is able to help you to find out who are the influencers. All right. So by doing this, by understanding which is the right hashtag to use, what you can do right now is come back to the influencer, come back to the StarNgage Pro platform, okay, and add a hashtag tracking. So it's actually very simple. What you just need to do is just copy and paste the hashtag over. Okay, SG beauty blogger. Okay, I'm not gonna click save because I've already done this hashtag tracking for all of you before the start of the demo. All right, this is gonna take a few hours to crawl. The reason is because we are now going out of the StarNgage platform into the Instagram space to help you pull back the content. Okay, it's gonna take a few hours to do that. Usually, within the same day. Okay, so let me show you what happens after we started to track this hashtag under SG Beauty Blogger. It has been done below. Okay, there you go. Okay, let me show you what you are expected to see. Okay, based on this hashtag of SG Beauty Blogger, we are able to actually crawl out about 492 most recently produced posts, or rather, based on the most recently produced posts, we're able to find out that actually 492 influencers who have produced content that contains the hashtag of SG Beauty Blogger. All right, so let's go downwards and show you what amazing thing you'll be able to find out. All right, okay, so based on our data, you'll be able to see that actually, this lady here called Amber has produced about 45 pieces of content that actually contains this hashtag SG Beauty Blogger. Okay, and as we scroll downwards, you can see that there are more and more other influencers that has produced content using this hashtag. And besides knowing who are they, we are also able to find out what kind of content is being produced. So what exactly is the piece of content that's being produced that contains this hashtag? And if you ask me, so what's so amazing about that? The amazing part about this is that, you're able to find out what influences are the most, again, very relevant for you. And by tracking the right hashtag, okay, you can even track the hashtag by even the brands itself. Okay, you can put in, for example, hashtag Sephora. Okay, right? So again, what we can do right now is to click on the content itself or the username itself and look at what is the influencer profile. Let's try it out. Okay. And from here, wow, this influencer actually has a pretty high engagement rate. It's about 7%. And her follow count growth is at about 8 flows, about 8 flows a day. Okay. And on the right side, you are also able to see who are the similar account that has a very close a similarity to this current influencer. Okay. So all these are actually based on quite a few metrics that we try to match. Okay. And as I scroll downwards, you can actually see again some of the mentioned accounts that this influencer have worked with. As you can see, based on the mentioned account, this influencer her affinity with beauty is actually pretty high. Okay, the reason is because you can see some brands such as Elizabeth Arden, Marie France, and these are beauty related accounts. Okay, and as you scroll downwards, you can see similarly, you can see the different kind of content that she has produced. All right, so this is right now the hashtag tracker is the second way you can discover influencers, right? And what I'm going to do now, again, right now, I'm going to add her to the same list that I created. Okay, let's add her to the demo list that says SG Skincare. Okay, so this is the second way that we can use the StarNgage platform under the hashtag tracker to discover for new influencers. All right, and now I'm going to show you a third way. So just a quick recap, we have used the creator discovery tool as a way to look for influencers based on, for example, the bio keywords. The second way, which is under the hashtag tracker by tracking specific hashtag. All right. And now I'm going to go into the third way, which is actually what we call the tag tracker. Okay. Let me just drink a bit of water. All right. As the name suggests, tag tracker means that we are now able to even track which are the influencers who have produced content and tag a certain brand before. All right. This is an extremely powerful tool for brands or even agencies to help your clients or for yourself to find out, firstly, who are the influencers who have actually produced content and tagged your brand before. And not just your brand, actually pretty much any brand you can ever think of, which means to say you can even use this tool to find out what influencers have produced content for your competitor. All right, I'm going to show you right now. Okay, so let's take, for example, a local brand in Singapore is called a Dr. SG. Okay, I've tried to track this hashtag as an example. Okay, so imagine maybe your brand is, for example, Body Shop. All right, and you want to find out your competitor, what is this brand, what are they doing, and what are some of the influencers they are engaging. Very simply, just put in the hashtag, and in the span of a few hours, you're able to now track which are the content creators who has produced content for this particular brand before, and actually tag the account. Okay, so this is the most, I would say, direct way of finding influencers who are currently accepting even paid partnership. All right, there's a few ways that you can use this tool. And for some of the clients that we work with, some of them actually tell us that, hey, Joel, I don't want to work with certain influencers who have worked with a certain brand before. All right, this is also another way that you can use this particular tool. All right, and also, that's the use cases is actually quite limitless. We've got another brand that who is in the they actually sell pizza cutter. All right, so yeah, I know, right? It's called pizza cut. The roller thing that you use to cut the pizza. So what we did is we tried to use this tool to find out which are the brand that actually sells oven. All right, because pizza and oven, they are both affinity brands, affinity products, right? So you can also use this tool to find out which are the brands that actually complements your brand, and find out which are the influencers that actually produce content for the brands that you are keeping an eye on. All right. So similarly, in the same way that we have shown you previously, you are able again to now look at the different influencers, look at what content they produce. Okay. Let's take a look at the mom of four. She's actually quite a popular influencer in Singapore. All right. And we have personally also even engaged her before. All right. Okay, let me just do that. So this is Dawn Sim. All right. Let's look at, again, some of the past content she has produced. And let's assume that, again, I think Dawn is a great candidate for our skincare campaign that we're going to be running in Singapore. What we're going to do next is let's add her to our list again. Okay. Let's add her to the SG skincare demo list. All right. So we have now added a few influencers from different sources, from creator discovery, from hashtag tracker, and also tag tracker. Let's view the list right now. Okay. Through the different sources, we have added about 17 influencers to this list. All right. This list doesn't mean that, you are going to be confirmed be working with them, but this list is a primary short list that has a very high affinity with the brand that you are working with, or you are the brand itself. Okay. So you may be wondering, Joel, I'm still not satisfied. Okay. This 17 influencers is still not enough. All right. I would love to find out more. What can the platform do for me? All right. So we don't worry about that. We actually have a solution for that. And the solution is called the generate lookalike list. Okay. Is this button on the right here. As I hover my mouse over and I click on it, all right, you'll receive a prompt. And the prompt says that you're about to create a new lookalike list from this list. The system is going to take up to 24 hours to generate a lookalike list. Click OK to proceed. All right. The reason that why the system is actually going to be taking up to 24 hours to generate a lookalike list is because, again, like your hashtag tracker and tag tracker, we are now helping you to go out of the StarNgage Pro platform into this Instagram space to try and find people or find influencers that matches this 17 based on different parameters. The moment I click OK, I've already done that for you, so you don't have to wait 24 hours. All right. I'm going to show you how it looks like after the lookalike generation is completed. Okay. Let's go. The lookalike list will appear on your left again under the creator list. Okay. So this was the first list that we added. All right. This is actually the lookalike list. From 17 influencers, we are now able to find out 188 other influencers that matches the first 17 that you put in. So it's actually pretty important for you to put in a very accurate representation of what kind of influencers you're looking for in the primary list, the first list, and let the system do the rest of the job for you. Okay. So as we scroll down, you can see that there is no 100% accuracy, because it's almost impossible to do that, right? Because some of them, it could be we do a few different ways of matching the influencers. It could be, some of them could be based in Malaysia, but they are under the beauty influencer, right? But not to worry about that. Their location is actually clearly shown here. So what you can do is, again, just take away those that you feel is not relevant. All right. So the lookalike list is actually another very, very powerful tool to, again, cut short your influencer search time. Okay. So far, so good. All right. Any questions, you can also let me know in the group chat. Okay. If I'm going too fast. Okay. So what you can do right now is, besides just looking at them on our screen, you can actually export the data that you're looking at by clicking on this button here. The moment you click export, what it's going to do is it'll be downloaded in an Excel format, and you can do your further analysis as well. Okay, so let's assume, all right, we have now completed the process of actually looking for influencers. And some of you may be wondering, Joel, what about some of the influencers that we actually have found using another system? Are we able to add them here? Yes, you can do that actually. Okay, so it's actually quite simple. You can just click on add influencers. You can paste the link of the influencers here. All right, and you also appear in this list. Okay, all right, let's go back to the influencer list here. Again, okay, so the StarNgage platform, besides being able to curate influences for the different sources that I've shown you just now, I've also mentioned that you're also able to upload your own influencer. Okay, this system is actually pretty simple. It's available here. All you have to do is just download a sample format and then just change the details and upload your own file again. Okay. I'm going to show you a very quick demo of how you can do that. And the benefit of doing that is because, after uploading your own list of influencer, you can repeat the lookalike. Okay, so the lookalike list doesn't have to be only based on the influencers that StarNgage Pro platform can find for you. You can also upload your own influencer list and use the lookalike function of StarNgage Pro to help you find more matches. Okay, so this is the second way that you can find, look for lookalikes. Okay, so I'm going to just show you very quickly how it's going to work. This is actually a demonstration. Very simple. Again, I'm going to put in demo Joel and click submit. Just give it a while. And you actually appear here. All right, there you go. So let's click on that. So these are influencers that you can upload from your existing list of influencers. And again, same thing, you can do the lookalike list. Okay. All right. So now we have more or less covered the topic of influencer discovery. All right. The next step is you are now prepared to work with them. All right. So the traditional way of how do we communicate with influencers is what we do is you can actually send them an email one-to-one, or of course you can use your other means of communication. But imagine that you are now dealing with maybe 50 influencers. All right. It can be quite it can be quite taxing, and it can be very time consuming. So StarNgage Pro platform actually understands that challenge, and we actually created a platform that's able to help you communicate with influencers at one go. Okay, and it's under the campaign management function. Right, I'm going to show you right now. Okay. So under the campaign management function, you can create a campaign. All right. And the campaign, you can just give it a name. It can be Joel test campaign. And what I've actually done that for you as well is under Joel test campaign, I've created a demo campaign. Okay. So it's actually pretty simple. I'm sorry, let me just go back one slide. I just want to show you guys what are the parameters of the campaign creation. So on the edit button here, okay, this is what we have done. What is the campaign name they're giving? Okay, what is the campaign start date and end date? And this is actually the most important portion. What are the hashtags that is unique to your campaign? Okay, so basically, what is the hashtag that your influencers will be producing content based on? And when after the producing of the campaign, they are supposed to input this hashtag in their captions. Okay, this is extremely important step because StarNgage Pro is going to use this hashtag to track what is the content being produced. All right, and this is another very important field to input. What is the account that you wanted to track? Okay. And once you click save, right, your campaign is being set up. Okay, so let's look at how this campaign management tool can help you shorten your communication process. All right, with the email that you have added. All right, so you can also add in your own email after getting the email address from the influencer. So there are a possibility that the influencers may not have their email address in the system. All right. In this case, Don's email is actually in the system. It's not in the system. It's actually under here, but we need to put it here. Okay. So what we can do is just key in here, Don sim.fit@gmail.com. Okay, what is the purpose of actually putting their email address here? Maybe you're wondering. The reason is because we are now able to send mass messages to all the influencers that you're working with, all within the StarNgage Pro platform. All right, very simply, just select the influencers, or you can actually select individual one of them, and you can click send email. Okay. I put in my own test account here. All right. Okay. So I can send an email directly to myself, or rather, a test account here. Okay. And you can change the template message. So imagine that the influencer will actually receive an invitation from you. And it says a collaboration opportunity with StarNgage, or in your case, it could be any of your brand. All right. And you can change the message here. The username will be automatically be changed to the influencer profile handle. Okay, this is the community manager from StarNgage. All these messages can be customized. All right, you can even attach a brief. Okay, the brief can be in a document format as well. And once you click send, this will appear in the influencer's mailbox as a message. All right. And the amazing part is doesn't end here. All right. Whatever messages that is being replied to you from their email will also appear within the platform itself. So there's no need for you to actually check another email mailbox. And how does it look like? It actually looks like that. Okay. So this was a message that was being sent to me. Basically, this is my own email address. And actually, I'm able to reply to that email. And it says that, hi, StarNgage, this sounds like a great opportunity. And you can even ask the influencer, hey, are you able to send me some of the sample content that you have produced? Sure. All they have to do is just, again, to reply to the same email thread they receive, including attachment. All right. So imagine you are now able to receive even sample content or even actual content that is being produced by the influencer, submitted to you all within the platform for your viewing or even approval. Okay, so this is my recent visit to the zoo, actually. Okay, and not just that, we are even able to accept video. Okay, so a combination of video and still images can be communicated within the StarNgage chat function. Okay, right? So now we have touched on the chat function. You'll be asking me, so no, Joel, I want to measure, I want to look at how successful is my campaign. I'm going to now show you how can it be done from the platform itself as well. So again, I'm going to pick out one campaign to show you. Okay. So as you can see, there are multiple campaigns that we are using it to help our clients on. Okay. I'm going to show one campaign that is it is a trial campaign. It's a campaign for a avocado brand. All right. So we were actually using this campaign tracker to track the performance of this campaign. So in this particular campaign, we are using 9 influencers. All right. And when you click on content, you're actually able to see what are the different contents being produced by the influencer. And most importantly, what is the report? All right. From here, you're able to see that these are actually the hashtag that we are tracking. All right. And we have used 9 influencers. We have garnered about 2,600 likes. All right. The engagement is about 2,700. And the number of video plays is about 28,000. And these are the distribution in terms of where the audience are. Okay. And based on each creator's performance, what is the engagement rate? What are the number of posts they produce? What is the number of likes? Okay. And even in video plays. And of course, the content itself. Okay, so this is an excellent way for you to easily export this report. And for agencies, you can easily send this report to your clients, right? And the report can be downloaded in both format of CSV and as well as PDF. Okay, we have made this really easy for you to access. Okay, so we have covered the communication as well as campaign management function of the StarNgage Pro platform. And remember that we mentioned about how do we use StarNgage Pro to help you achieve cost efficiency. All right, there's actually a very interesting function that I want to show you. It's called the ambassador function. All right. Before I dive a bit deeper into this function, I just want to highlight to everyone what is the difference between influencer versus ambassador. All right. Ambassador is someone who has been purchasing for your brand for a very long time. All right. Or it could be someone who has been a very loyal customer of yours who purchase in huge amount, for example. All right. And it's extremely suitable for brands that are, I would say, someone has to always replenish the product. So for example, we talk about, again, beauty is a very good example to kind of quote. So for example, someone will always replenish their beauty product on a regular basis. The cleanser has ran out, they have to buy it again and again. All right. So the ambassador is somebody who has been purchasing a product for a certain period of time. And based on your user data, your sales data, you want to now identify them and possibly even invite them to join you as an influencer. The StarNgage Pro platform actually recognizes that ambassador is actually one of the most powerful influencers that you can ever have for your brand. All right. How do we help brands or even agencies to power this up? Right. We actually have an ambassador program, and what does it do is very simple. We now enable you to create application forms that you can send to your loyal customers, okay, and invite them to join you as ambassadors. All right. So I'm going to show you how it works. You're able to create landing pages. I'm not going to go through the entire process. I've created something for you to show you. Okay. So let me just show you what do I mean. So imagine this. All right. After you have gone through your CRM system, your sales data, you have shortlisted, let's say, 500 of your top customers. All right. And you have decided that, hey, I'm going to send an invitation to all these 500 top customers to thank them for your loyal support. And I would like to invite them to be our influencer. Okay. So what we'll do is send them an EDM with a link over here. And this is going to be a unique link just for you for this page. The link will be sent to all these loyal customers to welcome them to the XYZ or whatever brand's ambassador program. Okay, everything here can be customized. As an ambassador, you'll be able to enjoy perks such as free products on a monthly basis. All right, and all you need to do for us is, for example, this is actually up for you to determine. All right, what you can get by being an ambassador. You can get free products, and what you need to do for us is create 2 IG posts per month. It can be in a format of static or reels, or it has to be at least 1 IGS. All right, and all these things is what you need to do for us to enjoy these perks. And of course, not everyone can be an ambassador. The reason why you can be a successful ambassador is because we need you to tell us what is a social media account, okay, and where is that. All right, this is actually accessible here. All right, after knowing what are the benefits, this is where they fill in their contact information. All right, the name, email address, gender, what country they are from, and most importantly, what is their social media handle. Okay, so they must have at least 1,000 followers. And what I mean, at least, anything below that, I think maybe it may not be that effective. Okay, so we have set 1,000 as the minimum benchmark. Okay, of course, once you set 1,000, you'll be expected to see submissions that could be in the range of even 5,000 or more. Okay, all right. So once they click submit their application, okay, you will actually receive the applications here. Okay, you can actually click on here. And whoever who has submitted their application to you will all be appearing here. Okay, the next step is, again, you can now add them to a campaign, and you can create your own campaign that it can be called ABC Skincare Ambassador. All right, and add to the campaign. And again, now using the StarNgage campaign management function to manage this group of ambassador. Okay, the reason why ambassador is highly, I would say, even to a point of being cost effective, is because as an ambassadors are already your loyal customers, are already buying products from you on a regular basis. All right, so instead of having to pay these ambassador a certain amount of money for each of the posts they produce, all you have to do is actually pay them using products. All right, so this greatly kind of like cut down your investment into the influencer campaign itself. So I think this portion will help some of you here to address the cost effectiveness portion of running influencer campaign. All right, okay. I think we have covered quite a fair bit for the last 15 minutes. Let me just check on the Q&A slides and try my best to address some of your questions. Okay, so actually do have one question here. How do you identify the best influencer from your brand? Through discovery when entering a completely new market? How does the platform help with that? I think this is a very good question. All right, I think the first thing that we need to do, I think, is always about crafting out your target audience persona. Right, that is really the first step. So it really depends on what is the product you are looking at, you are trying to promote. And first thing is ask yourself, what is the audience target audience persona you're looking at? All right, and secondly, I think making use of the right hashtag discovery is another great way of finding what are the best influencers. Actually, there's another quick tip that I want to share with you. I think most of you now are very familiar with ChatGPT as a platform. Okay, so I'm going to show you actually how did I discover what are the hashtags that is suitable to find out Singapore influencers under the skincare category. Okay, I'm going to show it to you right now. Okay, so what I did initially was I've asked ChatGPT to help me generate the most relevant hashtag for the skincare industry in Singapore. And there you go. Do you realize this? SG Beauty Bloggers, okay, SG Skincare, Singapore Skincare. All right. So based on this hashtag, I'm actually able to paste this hashtag back into Instagram and find out, is this hashtag able to help me identify who are some of the suitable influencers. All right. And based on this hashtag, I'm also able to find out what are the bio keywords that these influencers usually put in their bio data, and use the StarNgage Pro platform to find out who they are. Okay. All right. Coming back to the question again. Right. Hey, so the next question is, oh, okay, have lost visual. No worries. Got visual. Okay. All right, camera, I hope that you're back here. Okay. Is there any other questions I can answer you with the last 5 minutes? Let me just check the chat function. Okay. All right, I've got a question here. Thanks for sharing. This question from Diana. When it comes to being more cost effective, what are suggestions for macro influencer? Or what are your suggestions for macro influencer being cost effective? that's where the biggest chunks of spend goes to. How would an ambassador program work for them? All right, Diana, this is a great question. I think, firstly, ambassador program, the ambassador program is slightly different. Ambassadors are influencers, all right? But the key difference between ambassador and influencer is ambassador must be your current customer, all right? And in certain cases, if you realize that the applicants to your ambassador program may be actually a macro influencer itself. Okay, there could be a possibility that a macro influencer actually applies for your ambassador program, and they are actually your current customers. So what you can do is, I'm not saying that you're not going to pay them, you're not going to pay all of them nothing. But I think what you can do is actually, for certain macro influencers who apply as ambassador, you still can arrange for a payout for them in addition to products, right? If you find that this particular macro influencers indeed is a very good representation of your brand, right? So you don't have to actually apply a flat out rule of zero payment. Okay, so again, but the good part is, because this macro influencer is your current customer, the likelihood that he or she is able to produce very authentic content is actually very, very high. So in the long run, you may notice that with that effective content, it actually brings you slightly higher ROI, and they help you to bring your overall that helps you to get more a higher return on spend. Okay. Do we know the KOL rate? Do we need to discuss? Yes, I think for the StarNgage platform, you're still required to actually discuss the influencer rate with each of them individually. Yes. Any other questions? Okay. So I'm gonna just thank you so much. Thanks, Tuning. Thank you, everyone. All right. And before we go, in the next Mentimeter slide, I hope that all of you can just put in what you hope to see in the next webinar. Right. And I'm going to just leave this slide on for now. And thank you, everyone, for your participation and for your patience, and be with us for the last 1 hour. All right. So I'll just leave this slide on for now, and you can put in what you hope to see in the next webinar. Thank you so much. Yes, we do have some questions. I'm still here. I can answer them. Yes, Jeffrey, you do need to pay for the StarNgage Pro platform. And I believe that the participants of today's webinar actually is going to get a trial account, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So I think we'll come back to you on that. Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Winnie. Thanks, Cameron. Hi, Winnie. Can we share an average rate cut? All right. All right. Thank you, everyone. I wish you have a good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are from. Goodbye.